My grandmother lied about my mom's death for 15 years to keep me from finding out she was still alive. I was 3 when Grandma Rosalie sat me down with chocolate chip cookies and told me Mommy had gone to heaven. She was very sick, Grandma explained, wiping frosting from my chin. But she loved you so much and now she's watching over you from the clouds. I believed her completely. Why wouldn't I? Grandma was my world. The woman who braided my hair, taught me to bake bread, and read me bedtime stories every night. When I asked why we didn't visit Mommy's grave, she'd say it was too far away. When I wondered why there were no pictures of us together, she'd claim they were lost in a fire. For 15 years, I lived with the ache of losing someone I couldn't remember. Every Mother's Day, I'd make cards for Grandma and whisper prayers to my dead mother. I'd imagine what she looked like, what her voice sounded like, whether she'd be proud of my report cards. Grandma would nod sadly and say, "She would have loved you so much." The lie unraveled on my 18th birthday. I was cleaning out Grandma's attic to surprise her. She'd been complaining about the clutter for months. Buried beneath old photo albums and Christmas decorations, I found a wooden box locked with a tiny padlock. Inside were dozens of letters, all addressed to Rosalie Mitchell in the same handwriting. The return address made my blood freeze. Delilah Mitchell, Riverside Correctional Facility. Mitchell was my mother's maiden name. Delilah was my mother's name. My hands shook as I opened the first letter, dated just 6 months ago. Mom, I know you probably won't read this, but I'm being released next month. I've been clean for 3 years now. I want to see my daughter. I know I messed up, but she deserves to know I'm alive. Please just let me explain to her what happened. The letter fell from my trembling fingers. My mother wasn't dead. She was in prison, and she'd been writing letters begging to see me. I tore through the box, finding letters spanning back years. In them, my mother described getting sober, earning her GED, working in the prison library. She wrote about missing my birthdays, wondering if I'd grown tall, hoping I was happy. She enclosed drawings she'd made of a little girl who looked exactly like me at 3, but aged up through the years. The most recent letter was postmarked 2 weeks ago. Mom, I'm out now. I have a job at a diner in Millfield. I drive past our old house sometimes, hoping to catch a glimpse of Penelope. I know you think you're protecting her, but she's 18 now, old enough to decide for herself. I'll be at Cedar Park this Sunday at 2 p.m. like I wrote before. If she wants to meet me, I'll be there. Today was Sunday. It was 1:30 p.m. I ran downstairs, letters clutched in my fist. Grandma was in her armchair, knitting peacefully. "How could you?" I screamed, throwing the letters at her feet. Her face went white as she saw the familiar handwriting scattered across her carpet. "Penelope, I can explain. She's alive," I sobbed. "My mother is alive and you let me think she was dead for 15 years. Grandma's hands shook as she set down her knitting needles. "She was a drug addict," she whispered. "She nearly killed you both in that car accident. I was protecting you. From what? From having a mother? From disappointment," she said firmly. "From broken promises and relapses," and I was already grabbing my car keys. "Where are you going?" Grandma called after me. "To meet my mother." Cedar Park was a 10-minute drive that felt like an eternity. My heart hammered as I pulled into the parking lot. What if she wasn't there? What if this was all some cruel mistake? But then I saw her. A woman with my exact nose and chin, sitting alone on a bench, wearing a blue dress and clutching a small wrapped box. She kept checking her phone, looking around hopefully. I couldn't fit what happens next in this short video. Watch the rest down below.